How y'all doing? Y'all good? Was I live yesterday? I think I was. Hey, beauty, how you doing? Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm about to say something. I don't have much time because my daughter comes home in a few minutes. Okay, you eat all the food, Tony? Man, listen, I'm trying to tone some fat down, man. I've reached my biggest weight in a long time, and I don't really care for it. But how y'all doing, man? It's good to see you guys. It's always good to see you guys. I'm not gonna spend too much time. I just want to speak on some things that speak on this thing. This not the feminine and masculine. And I've spoken this before. I've spoken on this before. The feminine and masculine. I think many of us don't understand the concept of, ma. You know, a lot of us we hear on social media, especially on social media, men arguing with women, women arguing with men. Hey, Jordan, how we doing? Women hate men, men hate women. Women don't like what men do, men don't like what women do. Women are against men, men are against women. Hey, Jamisha. And so we've been having this battle of the sexes over the past so long. It started a while ago, and I understand where it was coming from. I had to learn this myself. And if you don't understand this, hey Trish, and if you don't understand and fix this within yourself, you're gonna always find conflicts with the male species or with the woman species, the female species. We have to learn, man. Can moderate, but I can't moderate. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, 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 okay. It's okay. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? And so our issue, man. Wait, you can't hear me because of you or because of me? Oh, okay. So it's not okay. So maybe you just at work. Hey, Marsha. Hey, Rashida. How you doing? Yeah. So the masculine and feminine, we have an idea about what each is, right? The masculine is this. The feminine is this. You call in women, masculine. You call in men feminine. You call in men. You want a masculine man. You want a feminine woman. And we use those terms, and you don't understand that we are using the social media terms, right? We are using social media definition of those terms because we honestly don't know what the hell we're talking about. We say shit like she's masculine, he's feminine, and we don't understand. We don't really get it. We don't know what it means because we are just going off of social media raggedy ass narratives, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, we're going on social media narratives. A lot of people talking all this stuff about the masculine, how a man should be, what a woman should be. But the masculine, listen, number one, the masculine and the man is two different things. One is a manifestation, the second one is an energy. A woman and feminine is two different things. One is a manifestation and one is an energy, right? The masculine is a certain energy. Even a woman can have it as strong as a man. It's an energy, right? It's just an energy. And so men are supposed to be masculine. Who said that? That's what society said. That's what your father and your grandfather said. But the truth is, masculine is not just for man. A matter of fact, the truth is, every single being on this planet shares masculine and feminine energy. Because without one, the other one cannot survive. Without the masculine, nothing can exist. Without the feminine, nothing could exist. And so here's the problem when it comes to relationship, when it comes to these toxic ass social media narratives, is because women don't hate men and men don't hate women. What they are doing is this: they are denying themselves of the opposite energy. Women don't hate men. It's just their masculine energy, they don't embrace it. They don't cultivate it. They don't understand it. And so, since they don't understand that side of them, they are against the side of them that's outside of them. That's what happens. Hey, Gordon Melvin. Men don't hate women. Men just don't understand how to accept their feminine energy. And so, therefore, if a man cannot accept his own feminine side, he will deny woman. He will hate women. He don't understand women. Because here's the deal. Here is something that you all don't realize, right? Here's what we don't realize. You see, woman, you have a masculine side, right? Happy Thursday, Miss Spencer. How we doing? Woman, you have a masculine side. Men, we have a feminine side. We have a masculine side and feminine side of each of us. Woman, your masculine side. If you learn how to cultivate your masculine side, how to embrace it, how to develop it, then when your man is talking, when your man is being, since you know your part of your masculine, you will understand what he needs. Because you know what you need if you are in this energy. So therefore you know what he needs. Men, same damn thing. If you learn to not be afraid of your feminine energy, if you learn how to cultivate your feminine energy, you will understand your woman a lot better. Because when she is speaking, when she is quiet, when she is this, if you understand your feminine energy, you understand what she's asking for. And if we understand this instead of fighting each other, what's going on, brother? How we doing? It's good to see you. Hey, Gifted, how we doing? What's going on, Francis? The problem is you hate men so much, but you don't realize that it's not men that you hate. It's the men that's within you. It's your version of men that you try to resist. It's your version of men that's within your heart, that masculine side of you that you can't stand because you don't want to embrace it. You don't want to embody it. You don't want to do the things that it causes. You don't want to feel like it. That's the problem. And when you hate that man within you, you're going to hate the man without. Fellas, the same thing. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. Fellas, same thing. If you hate that feminine energy inside of you because now you don't want to be quiet, right? You don't want to, you don't want to understand or be, you don't want to listen. You don't want to sit quietly and be in your intuitive side, right? You don't want to sit down and feel. You don't want to talk about your feelings. You are denying that feminine side within you. And so when your woman is being quiet, when your woman is using her intuition, when your woman is doing in her feminine, you can't stand her. All you do is this. All you do because you don't recognize yours. You resist yours and you deny yours. Does that make sense? Now you say, can you explain that man inside of you? That man inside of you is that masculine side. We are all made up of that man and that woman. That masculine side. That man that masculine side who's assertive. That masculine side who is strong, that masculine side who's a leader, that masculine side who is this, that masculine side who is sure, that masculine side who has a little power, who's controlling, who is this, that masculine side. If you don't understand that side, you will never understand your man. You can't understand your man. Because when your man is showing that side of him, you fight him, you hate it. You hate it. And so you don't since I have learned on this journey on my journey, and I had to learn how to accept my feminine side. I had to learn it. How did I learn it? I had to learn to understand I just can't be hard all the damn time. I had to learn that I just can't be, always making shit, right? Fixing shit, right? Hey, Chesney, I had to learn that. So I had to learn how to experience my feminine. I had to learn how to sit my ass down and be still. I had to learn how to listen. I had to learn how to communicate with words. I had to learn how to go deeper within myself and use my intuition, my discernment. I had to learn how to freaking listen. And so when I learned that, I begin to understand the feminine energy. I begin to understand. And when I begin to understand, when my wife or my woman speaks a certain way, when she gets quiet, when she gets this, when she gets that, I let her because now I know what she's saying, so I know what she needs. Right? When she's been a little insecure because this, I know what she needs. So that man, that dominant side, that man could come out stronger. Maybe you guys not understand what I'm saying. Hey, Kimberly, if you understand your masculine side, you know what your man is asking for. When he gets quiet, when he's this, when he gets loud, you know what he wants because you are the same being. You are that same being. You have that same thing inside of you. It's just not as dominant as the other one. It's just not as dominant. Hey, Sheila, it just may not be as dominant as his. I have the same feminine energy. Mine is not as dominant as my wife's. Because now when she's around, I can calm mine down and bring up my masculine. When she's around, I don't need to be as feminine as she is. One will be stronger. One will be stronger. The thing is now in relationship, it's a battle for who's more controlling. It's a battle for who's more dominant. Because everybody loves the masculine energy because the masculine energy seeks control. And then we begin to believe, hey Cardi, we begin to believe, hey Stacia, we begin to believe the feminine is weak. The feminine is a very powerful energy that if the masculine and feminine sit side by side, they are both humble. Hey Kiwana, hey Jenny, how you doing? Yeah, if the masculine and feminine, hey Tam, sit side by side, you realize both are humble because both are powerful in its own domain. It's powerful in its own domains. What does that mean in its own domain? It means we are completely different experiences. It's a complete different energy. Neither is more powerful than the next. And if we understand it, if we understand that opposite energy inside of us and stop trying to fight it, stop trying to not be masculine as a woman, stop trying to not be feminine as a man, it's not a mistake. It's not a bad thing. It's not a disrespect. It's a beautiful thing to acknowledge both energies within you. It's a very beautiful thing. So you can cultivate the one that you want, cultivate them both, and then learn the other side or that woman. Learn that woman based on how you understand yourself. You know when you're in the feminine, you know how you get. And when you see she getting that way, you know what to give to her. You know she needs that from that masculine. So you know exactly what to give. Females, the same thing with you. Women, the same thing with you. If you understand your masculine, if you understand that you got to do all the shit by yourself, right? You know, like when you by yourself, single mother, this, single that, and you know what you're doing. You know the shit that you're doing. You know all the things that you got to do. You know all the things that you got to bring. And so if you understand when the man is doing that now, you know what he needs from you. You know he wants some appreciation. You know what he needs from you. And so if you understand your masculine, you might understand me better. If I understand my feminine, I will understand you better. And when we understand each other better, Lord have mercy. Look at a damn beautiful relationship. Kirk, how do you get your partner to understand this dynamic? It just can't be one-sided understanding. Isn't this why a lot of men and women can't get along in a romantic? I believe so. That's one big reason, because people deny. You see, people deny. People deny their other side. People deny their other energy. And sometimes, this is why the man, especially being a woman for you, the man that you choose, you can't just focus on that alpha male. A lot of times, that alpha male will deny their feminine side. Is it wrong or right? It's neither. It is what they choose. Right? That alpha male, hey sweet smiles, that alpha male will deny their feminine. And now we have women that call themselves alpha women. She'll deny her feminine. She'll even deny her feminine. Right? But she don't understand the masculine either. Yeah, too much ego. And so when you have a man who is that alpha male type, only their words and they want to be in the front and they want to be this and they're the only one who want to speak and then they won't understand you. And so that's why you have to choose a man who's already walking in that area. You see what they call these men beta males and all them stuff. You have to choose a man who's already understanding. Listen, it's not about me being hard all the time, me being always grumpy, me being tough, me being controlling, you have to pick a man who's already in that, who's kind of already in that stage. Because a lot of times, a lot of women, you like that alpha male type because it makes you feel safer. Because you think that they're going to fight you and defend you and protect you. Sometimes they don't. Not going to issue, Rashida. Hard to find some. Yeah. And so it's not about them understanding it. It's about them being a little bit more balanced. That alpha male, the alpha nonsense, I'm not an alpha. Kirk, are you alpha male? Hell no, I'm not an alpha male. For what? I don't want to lead in the front. Because in our reality, a man is not always in the front. We're not. Vulnerability? Yeah. I have to be vulnerable too. Would you trust a man who's never vulnerable around you? You probably can't, because you don't know what he wants. You don't know how he feels. And so a man needs to understand that the feminine needs that. The feminine submits to that. Just like how in my feminine stage, if I see you being vulnerable, I will calm. I know what you need. And so we have to understand each other. But I'm telling you, man, the problem is the one of the biggest problem is we don't want to submit to that other energy. We don't want to submit to the woman. We don't want, you see, we think the Bible, sometimes we get confused. You talking about submitting to the man. You don't submit to any man. You submit to the energy. But if you understand your energy, if you understand your energy within you, both sides, it's easier to submit because you realize it's not a control. It's about you understanding the one. You know, when you understand yourself, you can understand the other person better. If I understand me, when I've been through or going through stuff, like, hey, Charlie, how we doing? When I'm going through things, when I have been through some things, if I understand me better, I could understand you. I really can. Everything is energy. But I'm telling you, man, the problem is that well, sometimes I hear women ask me questions like, Kirk, I don't want to be masculine. Why not? And sometimes it's not even masculine. Sometimes sometimes when you call a woman masculine, she's not masculine. She's in survival. And I think we think masculine means survival. Masculine does not mean survival mode. Masculine does not mean you bitter, you angry, you loud, you in chaos, you fighting, you always anxious, you always scared, you always want to fight. That's not masculine. I don't know what that shit is. Don't put that in masculine. That is not masculine. That is you being afraid. That is you being insecure and afraid because you don't know what's happening. That's not, don't give me, because that energy is nothing to do with what a man is. That is not how men operate. Not men who are in control of their own self. Men don't do that. So don't give that shit masculine energy. That is not masculine. A woman who's always anxious, who's always loud and abrasive, and who likes to raise their voice. Why do we think that's masculine? And a man who don't want to work, a man who don't want to feed the family, take care of their family, a man who don't want to, you said that's feminine. That is not feminine. Don't give feminine that damn thing. The man is lazy. Feminine is not lazy. Feminine is strategic. It's not lazy. So please don't give that man that power and call him he's feminine because he don't he don't want to work. Right? He don't want to work. He don't want to take care of his family. He don't want to do anything. He don't want to. That's lazy. That's not feminine. You all be, these men are feminine. You call that feminine? If you call that feminine, I don't want you. If that's what you consider yourself to be, I'll pass. But I'm telling you, we give the worst definitions to these energies. We give them the toxic definitions. We give these words the worst, and they're not true. A man, I'm masculine, and I hear women say, I'm masculine. But when I talk to you, you're not masculine. You're afraid. It sounds like you're in fear. It sounds like your heart is fearful. It sounds like you can't take care of yourself. It sounds like you have lost control of your life. It sounds like you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure, you don't feel healthy, you don't feel good, you're running for your life. How is that masculine? Cannot powerful. Indeed. Feminine is definitely lazy. So you have to learn to embrace with that thing that you are in. You got to embrace what energy that you are in, but you have to learn to embrace the opposite. I'm telling you all, man. Listen, when I begin to awaken, when I begin to operate in my feminine, because you cannot awake without being in your both energies. It doesn't work. I don't care who you cannot awaken by just being feminine or just being masculine. It's impossible because the duality, you need the yin and the yang, and both is within you. And if you don't know how to create that balance within the yin and the yang within you, how the hell can you elevate? When those two is what gives you life. The energy of the masculine and feminine come together gives you life. It births a new reality for you. And so, how can I elevate or become aware or become a good husband, a good boyfriend, a good human, decent, without understanding what you need as my people who share this world with me, who share this island or this country or this land, this earth with me? How can I? So the way how I learn to be a better husband, right? Hey, Winnie the Pooh, how you doing, Winnie the Pooh? I learned to be a better husband because now I know what my wife needs. And how do I know what she needs? Because when I'm in that state of feminine, I know what she's doing. I know what she needs. Because when I come into the state of quiet, when I come into the state of relaxation, when I come into the state of intuitiveness or discernment, of listening or talking, I know. So when she talks, I'm listening because I have to learn. I have to learn that. So this is something that we have to learn. We have both energies. So but what am I saying? Stop denying your half, your other half. Stop denying your other half. You gotta stop denying your other half. You have to stop denying. This is why he says, husband, submit to thy wives. Submit to thy wife. I'm sorry, wife, submit to your husband. Wife, submit to your husband. Submit to the energy. Husband, love your wife, right? It's both of them working together. Both of them is within you. The reason why the man loves his wife and the wife submit to their husband is because we all know in this, listen, let's be honest. We all know in this reality, if this is a perfect world, how does this work? The man gives the idea, the woman brings it to life. The man gives the idea, the man says, this is what we're doing. The woman take the seed and she creates a life out of it. Right? And so he says, listen, if you want to work together as one flesh, if you want to coexist in a peaceful harmony, the man, first you have to love her so that what you given her, she can trust you to give her the best. You have to love her because you can't just give her anything. You have to give her the best. You have to give her respect. You have to give her love. You have to give her attention. And so when you give it to her, she begins to take that and make a life. It takes two of us, though. It takes two. She takes whatever you give her and she creates and she brings that seed into fruition. If we understand this is how we are as human beings too, by ourselves. And so in us, we have the feminine and the masculine. The feminine within us is our thoughts, our conscious mind. I'm sorry, the masculine in us is our dominant thoughts, is our conscious thoughts. And the feminine is our subconscious, the program. That's the woman, right? It says, listen, it says, wife, subconscious mind, submit yourself to the man. You're going to submit because if you submit to the man, if the man thinks something, the subconscious mind agrees, it gives life. It takes two. It takes the feminine and listen, your body. Let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you guys a question. Is anybody right here? Is anybody on this live right now who has a pain on their right side? Their right knees, their right ankles, their right elbows, the right lower back, the right hip. Anybody has a pain on the right side, the right shoulders? Anybody? Yes? For the right-sided people. Right hip. The body is divided into two parts. There is the right side and the left side. The right side is your masculine side. A matter of fact, the masculine side is dangerous. If a masculine energy, a man, if that man that is in your life, that masculine energy gets on your nerve and do you wrong and break your heart and disappoints you, you're going to pick up the pain on your right side. That's the masculine part of you. This is how real it is. It's the masculine part. If you look at your right side pain and think about who was the last person, who are you carrying in your mind? Who is pissing you off? Who is getting on your damn nerve? You're going to realize that's a male. That's a man. There's a man that you are fighting with right now. The masculine energy. If the pain, man, you are quiet, boy. You all ain't saying nothing. You are still there? If the pain shows up on your left side, oftentimes is that damn woman, is that mother, is that sister, is that best female friend, is that girlfriend that you have, is the feminine side. They showed up and they showed out. It's all in your body, right? That's how the body. Listen, you have a masculine side and a feminine side. We all do. We we all do. Your son, your father, your brother. If it's a man, boy, is gonna pick up on your right side. So understand, your body talks to you on feminine and masculine too, but you have to learn to embrace both. You have to learn to embrace both. But many of us, we deny our other side. You are ashamed of your masculine side. Don't be ashamed of it. An unborn child, yes. Yeah, baby daddy abandoned me, an unborn child. Yeah, I'm telling you, your right side. And when you carry a grudge against a man, is your right side. But we have to learn. Back pain of my right side of my back. You know, we go to the doctors and stuff. The doctors can't help you. The doctors can't do anything for you. They can give you pills and stuff. What can help you is learning how to balance your side, balance your energies. One of the way how to balance your energy is forgiveness. Forgiveness releases that pain. It releases the burden. It releases the tension. Remember, but that's not what I want to talk about. That's not really what I want to talk about. So I'll go there a different day. Let's go to that kind of information a different day, right? Let's go on a different day to that. How do you release the pain? But right now, I want to talk about the masculine and feminine energy. When I learn, hi mama,
Daddy, today in gifted we learned algebra.
you learn algebra? Really? Oh, that's pretty good. How do you learn algebra at 7 years old?
We're learning.
You learning it?
Yeah.
Wow, you smart. Can I have a hug? And I'm on the phone right now, okay? So give me a few minutes, okay? I'll be back outside.
Okay.
Okay? We can see. All right. You want to say hi before you go? All right. I'll be on this one, okay? Okay?
Okay.
Bye. You had a good day?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you get a snack and then can you close the door?
Okay.
All right. You know, when I learn to embrace my masculine side, my feminine side, I became a better father. Seriously, I became a better father. I became a hell of a better father, man. This is my wife's twin. I became a hell of a father. Because why? I have daughters. I have to learn. And when they need something, I'm there because I understand my feminine, so I understand what you need. See, if I understand my feminine, I understand what they need. If I understand, listen, no, she's in second grade. She's in gifted class though. She's in a gifted. So she's doing like fifth grade work or something. When I understand my feminine, I know what my daughters needs. I know what their needs are, and I give it to them. I know what my wife needs. Why? Because I can be in my feminine. So when I'm in my feminine, I can know exactly what she desires. I can just see them. I can see their faces. I can feel their energy. I can hear their voice, and I know exactly what they need. Because when my voice becomes like that, when my thoughts and my feelings become like that, I know what I need. And so we have to learn to embrace each other, man. Each side. So I'm saying, what am I saying, man? You don't hate men. You hate the version of the masculine energy that you have within you, and you confuse masculine with toxic. And men don't hate women. Men don't know how to balance their feminine energy. Because both, like I said, if you want to elevate, if you want to awaken, if you want to elevate your awareness, you cannot deny each of your you become more receptive. You can't deny your other side. Your other side is that man or that woman. You have to learn how to open. And when you become open to those energies, man, you see what you attract. You will learn what a man is. You learn what a woman is. And so therefore what you attract change. But we all going around talking, I hate men, you hate. I see videos on, listen, especially on TikTok. TikTok has all them crap, boy. TikTok be having those things. TikTok be having those things. That could be prices for single mom knowing that they need. Yeah. Hey, Gina. It's all As in mostly don't have the right definition of, yeah, right. It's all about, I hate men. I hate men. You don't hate men. You don't understand the man in you. You don't know, because you don't know what a man is asking for. You don't know what men means when they say it. You don't understand how to give to that man. When a man is feeling this, when he raises his voice, when he acts like this, that same man is in you. You do it too when you're in your masculine. And so if you do it too, you know exactly what he needs. Because if you do the same thing that he is doing, then then think about what do you need when you did that. So then that's what he needs too. It's just some of us don't know what we need. So we act out. I know. I mean, I get it. Some of us have attitudes and we have feelings and emotions. We don't know what we need, but we just feel off. But think about it. If you get into the energy, then you know exactly what he needs when he gets in his. If I get in this feminine vibe, I know exactly what my wife needs when she gets in hers. Because I know what I need when I'm in that state. Does that make sense to you guys? Hey, Nisi, how we doing? Does that make sense or not? Like, let me know if that makes sense or not. Because I think sometimes it's so simple, it is so easy, that sometimes it don't make sense. It doesn't sound right. You're supposed to be working. Hey, Net. But it's that simple. So stop trying to avoid your own energy. Stop trying to, I hate men. But I see men doing the same crap. Women this, F woman, F this, F woman, F this. I mean, women, especially now on social media, where women are more outspoken when it comes to money. If you ain't got no money, if you ain't got this, well, understand what well, sometimes we have to look deeper. If you wanted money as a woman, what would you be saying? What would your picture be? I get it. I know what he's trying to say. I understand. It's not money that she's asking for. She's asking for security. It's just money is the way that she go about it. She's not asking for money. She's asking to feel safe and secure. That's what she's asking for. Because we know money is a security tactic. Money is a security source. She's not asking for money. So when she comes on here, money, I need money, and if you're gonna talk to me, I need money. Because money is the way how she feels that if you like her, you would invest. And she's asking for, she want a man that makes her feel valued. Right? And yes, but if a man don't understand that part of himself, he won't know what she's talking about. No sides want to take accountability. Facts. I don't think we understand the opposite sex enough. Because it's not the opposite sex. It's you that you don't understand. Thank you. Thank you, Big Anesia. It's so simple if you think about it. It's very simple. We just complicate it. It's not that you don't understand the other sex. It's just that you don't understand yours. Because if you look at it, it's the same crap, Well, if a man dates you and he stopped talking to you, what does it mean? Well, if you did it, what would it mean? It would mean the same thing. You just think that it means something else because you think men are different. We're not different. We're not that different, And so you look for complicated answer. You look for complicated answers because the simplicity is already inside of you. That can't be that simple. And so you're looking for real big. It's not that serious. It's very, 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 very simple. Well, if you have a woman and she's this and she's that, what does it mean? Well, think about it. Think about it. If you was doing that, what do you think it would mean? Ain't nothing really different. You overthink everything because you think it cannot be that simple. It's not that you need to know more about men. It's just that the man inside of you has enough information. Men will say, I want your heart. What does that mean to me as a woman? I don't want nobody's heart. If somebody says, I love your heart or I want your heart, maybe they don't have one. I don't know. Listen, that right there, I think people just find a way to sound. Listen, hey, Konisha, I think people use words to sound a certain way, but you have to follow up with what he's showing you, right? You have to follow up. So he said he wants your heart, but what is he doing? Is he coming around? Is he consistent? You can't tell what words are saying. You can only tell what actions and consistency is sharing. Words don't really say much. Words say the least things. You know what a man is saying based on his consistent behavior. That's what you would tell a man what a man is doing. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? No one ever taught me this, to look inside first. Yeah, indeed, facts. Hey, LD, how are you doing? Yeah, patterns matter. You will never know what a man is saying until you see his consistent behavior. Whatever he's consistent about is what is where his heart is. I had partners telling me they wanted to eat me. I don't think they were joking. They want to eat you? Shoot, I'm doing pretty good too. I'm pretty good, Karen. Eat you? What? Is that sexual? What are you talking about? Sexual or what? Ask him why does he want your heart and what? I mean, sometimes you have to ask what you want to do with it. But seriously, you will never hear what words are saying. You will hear you will see what consistent behaviors are saying. But again, I'm telling you, man. Hey, Shonda, how we doing? Um, I'm good that you're fine. I'm glad. I'm glad. You have to understand your own mask. If you want to understand a man, you have to understand your man inside of you. Understand the version of man. Understand your masculine side. Understand that masculinity is not toxic. Just because you may have masculine traits, which is naturally everyone does, just because you have masculine traits that you consider masculine, don't deny them, don't fight them, don't force them out. Embrace them. If if behavior is questionable, then he don't mean a damn thing. If his behavior is action none, consistency none, then there you go. If you listen to a man's word without seeing what he's doing, you're gonna be a failure. A man, and it's not just a man, a woman too. It's just, listen, if a woman tells me she loves me, right? But she's not consistent. She doesn't come around. And she has no action. Why do I think I believe it? I won't believe it either. It's the same. Listen, can I say this? There is no difference from man and woman showing love. We just show it in different things, but we are both consistent. We are both present for each other. We are both there. We are both talking and communicating. It's the same thing. And so it's the same. There is no difference. If a woman tells me she loves me, but yet she's never there, she is inconsistent, she doesn't treat me well, and there's no action behind her words, it means the same thing that if a man says he loves you, right? But there's no action, there's inconsistency, and his behavior is the same crap. Stop thinking that there's a difference. There's no difference. It's the same for everybody. Love is the same energy for everybody. It's the same energy. What made you realize to tap into your feminine energy? I didn't learn to realize to tap into my feminine energy. What I was doing, remember, 10 years ago, I started to elevate. 10 years ago, I started to heal. Jay Chella, what's good, girl? How you doing? How you doing? You cannot heal with just one energy. You have to have both energies. Both energies will heal you completely, right? You can't heal but deny your masculine or feminine side. You can't. Then you'll only heal one side of you. And then when you heal, as you think that you heal one side, the other side becomes a threat. Remember, a lot of people have done some healing work. Think about it. When you've done some healing work on one side, that side is like this and the other side is like this. And so you will hate the other side. How many people do you hear doing that? Think about it. How many times do you see this? I want you to think about what I'm saying. You think that you are healed. You have focus on one side. And the other side, you left it right there. And so now you hate the opposite gender. You hate what they stand for. You can't stand them. These mother effers, they're toxic, they're this. Why? Because they have not healed. What they did some transitional energy and focus on one side. And so what made me tap into this side is that as I begin to elevate my awareness, you realize that you are a whole being. A whole being has two sides. And you cannot become whole if you only focus on half. I cannot become whole if I only focus on the masculine side. I had to become, thank you, Nisi. I had to focus on the feminine side. The feminine side is very powerful. The feminine side, you see, listen, if I didn't tap into my feminine side, my intuition, I won't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. When I was going through my healing stage, if I didn't trust my feminine side, if I didn't work on it, then I didn't know how to listen to my intuition. I wouldn't know. And being spiritual or being aware, you cannot just, you have to embrace you're invisible. See, woman, you see, men say this all the time, right? A man said this all the time. Women see invisible things. And you are right. Women see invisible. Women focus on the invisible. I mean, in the invisible pattern. Because you have this thing in your mind that only you see. The man never sees it. The man sees logics. The woman sees invisibility. She sees what he can't see. And this is why the team is perfect. And so instead of me telling my wife, you are always seeing something, I trust what she sees because she's calm, she's fed, she is clothed. So I know for a fact you seeing something I can't see. I trust you. I know. Listen. I trust you. I have to trust you because I made it that way. I like to be in my masculine more than my feminine because I rather be in my masculine. But when my wife is not around, see like how my daughter came in here just now, and I'm kissing her and asking her how was the day. I'm laying with her. I'm in my feminine. Oh, I'm in my feminine all day most of the days because I'm the stay-at-home dad. But when she comes home, I'm done. When she comes home, I can transition into my masculine because now she's home. It's a balance. I don't have to be feminine and I don't have to operate in that feminine anymore. Does that make sense? Do you all get it? I don't have to operate from there anymore. Now my wife says, okay, I got it now. Okay, whew, I got the other one. I got the masculine side. That's how it works. Hey, thanks, brother. That's how it works. That's the balance. I could operate in either one. Listen, I'm about to cook in a few. I wash dishes. I don't know if that's feminine or not. I hold my kids and I listen to their voices and I did this and I comb their hair and I'm here and I'm taking them to school and I'm picking them up and I'm hugging them and I'm telling them how much I love them and I want to hear their voices and yeah, I love it. When my wife ain't there, I like to see things in my mind. When my wife comes, I trust her intuition. I trust her intuition. I trust it. I really do. I could relax. I'm being my masculine. Yeah. Hey, come here. Right? hey, come here. I can. Yeah. It's a team now. That's what we have to find. That's the best version. That's how a man can relax. That's how a woman can relax. Because now we can both operate as individuals and we can bring a better team that's stronger. I'm telling you. He said, today you give me hope for being married again. But I'm telling us, man, I think what happens these days is that we do some healing thing, right? We do some healing thing and we only focus on one side. And one side get really strong. Indeed, Carrie, indeed. One side becomes very strong, that masculine or that feminine side, and the other side hate. The other side hate itself. The man side of you hate yourself. Yeah, Karen. Sometimes you're feminine, you feminine, or you got healing, but your masculine side, you hate men. It's not men that you hate, it's the masculine in you that you don't want to understand. That you don't understand why a man do what he does. Tap into your masculine. You'll understand it. Seriously, you'll understand it. Embrace your masculine. You'll understand it. You understand the cry. You understand the thirst. You understand the feelings that we have. You will, because you have the same feelings. You just don't like. See, you have the same feelings we have. Female dog in your home. That has to protect it. Right. Yeah, Floyd. And you know what though? When I'm gone, my wife takes the lead. Now she checking door. My wife don't check no doors while I'm home. She don't check no doors, unlock no doors. She don't do none of them things. She don't do it. She don't. But when I'm gone, natural instinct kicks on. It clicks. She have that mindset. So it's not that she can't. She can. She can do it just like I can. Right? But she doesn't have to. That's the thing about it. She can, but she doesn't have to. Because when we are home together, I'll take my side, you take your side. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that the woman can't do what the man do, and the man can't do what the woman do. It's just all those things are just us arguing. Hey, Nina, how we doing? Argumentative and fighting and arguing. I'm telling you, she can't do it. She can. She's a grown adult. She's a grown adult. She is grown. She is an adult. She can do it. So why not? She really can. And so I know she can. So, but even though I know she can, I don't tell her, hey, how come you like the door? You know how to like the door? Because let me be that part. I want to be used. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be used. I think the problem is these days, as in relationships, nobody wants to be used. You just want to bring the shit that you want to bring and expect somebody to take. No, you got to be used. You from Hawaii? Man, I'm good. I'm good, man. How are you doing? People have to be healed fully. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I don't want, listen, but that's the beauty. But you have to understand the masculine and feminine within you. Both of us, every human being was born as a two parts. As a two parts. You know what I learned? Like I was saying earlier, submit to your husbands. Husband, love your wife. Love your wives. Wife, submit to your husband. And I was saying, that's a part of us that we need to understand, those two parts. In creation, in the ancient beliefs, the ancient people believed, they always said the right side of the body was masculine, left side, feminine. The right side is the light, the left side is the darkness. You all know that, right? That's why they say the heart is deceitful above all, because it's on the left side. It's on the left side. The heart is evil, right? And so the right side was the light. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. The right side is light. The left side is darkness. Right side masculine, left side feminine. That doesn't define the genders, okay? That does not define the woman and man. It's just the energy, okay? It's just the energy. So I'm ambidextrous. And so when the Bible speaks about submitting to your husband, you have to understand the reason why. Let me say this right here. The reason why human beings don't get what they want in life, the reason why many of us don't know how to, as you call it, manifest or to create, is because the wife, which is the subconscious mind, does not submit to your husband, which is the conscious mind. Like, for instance, when the conscious mind looks in the mirror, which is the man, the conscious mind, and say, listen, I want to lose 10 pounds. The subconscious mind don't listen to it because it doesn't trust you. Your subconscious mind is like, whatever. I like cakes and cookies and ice cream, and it's hard, and I don't feel like doing that. And that's too much work, and there's this, and that. Oh my God. This. And so the subconscious mind, which is the wife, is like, whatever. You're going to change your mind anyways, because you always change your mind. And so when the Bible says, listen, I'm telling you, on ancient, when the Bible says, wife, submit to your husband, it means to bring your conscious and your subconscious mind in the same sheet. That means the man, listen, love your wife enough to give her the good, the quality feelings, the quality thoughts, the quality desires and goals, the quality seeds. Because now you have given her seeds of all type of crap. You have told her she was ugly. You have told yourself that you was lazy. You have told yourself that you was this. And the subconscious mind took it as true, and it began to create trash from it. And so he's saying, listen, love your wife. Listen, if you begin to tell yourself all the loving things, and to reprogram that mind, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind will take everything that you say and give it life. Do you guys understand the analogy? Do you understand how I'm comparing them? Do you understand the relationship I'm talking about of the mind or of the masculine and feminine energy? Do you guys get what I'm saying? How do you not make your spouse an idol while submitting? How do you not make your spouse an idol? What is an idol? The question is, what do you think an idol is? Like, what do you consider an idol? Submitting doesn't have to be anything with an idol. You see, submitting doesn't mean that you are just slow and stupid and you just do everything and say yes or no. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. It has to have trust in it. Remember, I said first, the conscious mind has to tell the subconscious mind. The man has to allow the woman to feel beautiful, to trust, hey, trust me, by doing the things that he needs to do, so she developed that trust and respect. Whenever, listen, wherever there is trust and respect, there's submission, naturally. Wherever there is trust and respect, there's somebody following. I mean, think about it. There's somebody submitting. Submitting doesn't mean that I lose myself. Submitting means I understand myself and I understand that who you are. I understand your role. I understand my role. It doesn't mean that I have to be slow and I have to lose myself. And no, you don't lose yourself because you have more understanding. You have more understanding. So we have to learn. It does trust, leadership, respect. But guess what though? Here's the thing though. Men are stronger at submitting than women. Some of you don't let that go over your head. Men are more submissive than a woman. When a man have a respect for another man, anything that man say, he will do. Think about it. You call them mentors. Men will submit strongly. Hell, look at President Trump's people. They're submitting to that man's everything he say. He's just listen, people are following him left and right. They will jump over a damn bridge. These men will walk in the whole. And I'm just telling you, men has a stronger ability to submit because men still looking for a leader. Yeah. Listen, a man will go hard. What's up, Kool-Aid? Women are more of the, I don't know, right? Women are more of the, that you remember, women are more invisible. Women see invisible stuff. That's why women are more in charge. You see invisible. You see what a man can't see. I don't know. I don't know. Kirk, I don't know about this one. You see. Yeah, Justin. Look at Kevin Samuels and his boys. Boy, Kevin Samuels had a crew. Whatever Kevin Samuels, these men still. Kevin Samuels, man. Boy, listen, Kevin Samuels used to talk to these men like they ain't nothing. And these men used to, okay, you're right. Because why? Where there's a stronger energy, there's always submission. Always. Think about what I'm saying. This is not no disrespect. This is just reality. We all submit. You just put God into it. You think they submit to God? Well, the question is, what is your God is the question. I mean, seriously, which one is your God? Because our God become anything. Hey, Miss P, your God become whatever you follow. You just read it like you read it, literal in the Bible, but your God become whatever you follow. But I'm telling you, you submit based on trust and respect. Whenever you have trust and respect, there's always submission. And so, but here's the thing. If you are a complete, fulfilled being, you ain't got to be afraid. Stronger or feminine energy, the more a man. The stronger your feminine energy is, the more a man will give you exactly what you want. You get what you want, I get what I want. We get the same damn thing. If you never did it before, you'll be scared. The more you can tap into your feminine, I'm talking about a grown man. I ain't talking about these abusive ass. You see, don't assume. Listen, but when I talk about that man, please don't make that abusive man the standard. Don't bring that man into this conversation, okay? I'm talking about grown quality. I ain't talking about that crap that you always want to bring up. But man will, no, I ain't talking about that. Because you are quick to bring up some subpar, substandard, raggedy dude that you all be. I'm not talking about that. Don't bring that stuff into the conversation. I'm talking about men. Self-aware men. Please don't bring that stuff. When I submit to a man before, no. We always gotta bring up some low standard women or men in this conversation. Let's go with the standards. Let's go with the standards of men or women, right? Because I can say, well, if you give some woman all that stuff, she's gonna still cheat. Listen, I'm not talking about her either. We don't have to bring the low standard. We can, let's talk about real people. What if you give her everything? No, we're not talking about her. We're not talking about her. We're talking about him. We're talking about people who are self-aware. Self-aware people. If the woman, and what you consider submit is trusting. That's really what it means. Hey, Neil, love, how you doing? Indeed. I'm not. If you, listen, if you trust a man and respect a man, you see how easy it is to follow that man. It's second nature. And it's not even follow. Hey, Susan. Hey, Miss Price. If you trust or respect a man, you see that you take the man's words. You take his word. You take it. Listen, you take his word at any day because you know why. He's consistent. He's very consistent. What he say he does, right? And his character don't change. If you meet that man, oh, where we going? Where we going? You ain't got to be afraid because you understand it's just not about him. A matter of fact, a man will put himself behind you. If you are at that feminine stage, a man will become that more masculine stage. When a man becomes more masculine, understand you both benefit each other. He gives you whatever you desire. And if you can't, he'll make sure you try. Because your feminine energy is your power. It's a tool. Thank you, lady. Hey, Yasmina. Why wouldn't you want to submit if you feel safe as a woman? And if not safe, yeah. If not safe, why stay? Good. Good damn question. Hey, Siobhan, how are you doing? But that's what it is. But a lot of people are scared of that. They become scared because you think that you're giving up your power. No, you're not. You're actually putting your power to use. If you know how a man feels when you completely trust him, a matter of fact, let me say this. Can I say something? Let me say this. It's not in psychology, okay? It's psychology. Thank you, Miss Fabulous. This is psychology. Indeed, Miss America. Let me tell you psychology. I probably shouldn't say this because you have to know how to use it. If you compliment, hey Sasha, if you compliment a man, you tell that man, not just he looks, F his looks. If you compliment that man about the man, if you compliment that man on his character, and you compliment him on his actions, as a man that he is, oh my God. You see how much he step up. Because one thing about a man will prove you. He will try to prove you right. If you start out, I know all men cheat, all men lie, shit, nothing to prove. But you don't understand. And I'm talking about, I ain't talking about that standard of men that you all be talking about all the damn time. I'm talking about that man, that self-aware man. I ain't talking about them raggedy ass men. I ain't talking about raggedy ass women either. Right? I'm not talking about, listen, so in this conversation, right? My disclaimer, I'm not talking about raggedy ass men. I ain't talking about raggedy ass women. Can we agree to that? We're not talking about raggedy ass men for the next 5-10 minutes. No, I ain't talking about raggedy men, and I ain't talking about raggedy women. Because we know they are all over the damn place. Right? So we're not talking about raggedy people. We're talking about self-aware people. hey, Kia. We're talking about self-aware people. We have to understand, if you give your woman a compliment, hey, I love the way you take care of the house. Man, God, I love the way what does she do? Now imagine your man telling you, oh, I love the way how you take care of the house. I love the way how you take care of the kids. I love the way how you cook. What do you do? Think about it. What do you do? I appreciate all the things that you do. What do you do? Think about it. Your message didn't come through. I didn't see a message, Lori. What do you think that you'll do? You'll do it more. You'll do more of it. Facts. Why? Because it's human nature. When you feel appreciated, you do more. You feel better. It's not because you're doing too much. You're just not appreciated. You don't feel appreciated. Listen, it's not about doing too much. It's about we're not being appreciated. We're not feeling appreciation. You know, and this is why when you get in relationship and when you get in marriages, you can't just demand, because people still have feelings. Whether we're married or not, we still have feelings. We still have emotions, and we still need to feel appreciated so that we can give more of ourselves. But oftentimes, you make somebody feel like you obligated. You know, well, that's your job. I hear a woman said, that's your job. What? What? That's your job, so no thank you? You want to say hallelujah, Kimberly? Say it, girl. So that's your job, so that's why, and now when you, that's you, if I told her, well, that's your job, she began to feel unappreciated. You too. And so me in my feminine state, my feminine side love to feel appreciated. And so I make sure I say things that, hey, I thank you for what you did. I know you've been doing it for years. That's irrelevant. I thank you like this is the first time, because this time is one to come. I appreciate what you just did. I appreciate you driving to see me. Thank you for meeting me halfway. Thank you for even going to eat with me. Thank you for even considering talking to me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being on the phone with me driving home at night. Thank you, because you didn't have to. And so we remove, listen, I don't understand. We remove gratitude for demands. And that's why things break. That's when things fall apart, because now we feel unappreciated. It's the small gestures. The more with joy and fulfill. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. I said, I love God, and if you, all right, Lori. You said, wait, you said, I said, I love God. And if you and I love God, then all works together for good. Not abusive behavior, just valuing and experiencing the relationship with the. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Hey, Lynn, how you doing, William Lynn? Some men feminine side outweigh the masculine. I think some men lazy side outweigh the masculine. It's not. You mean the ones who want to take their pictures and who want to be pretty and put things on their lips and paint their fingers? I guess. Yeah, you can. But remember, feminine does not mean female. It does not mean woman, right? Feminine does not mean woman. Feminine is just an energy. Feminine and woman are two different things. And so anybody, right? Yeah, anybody could have the feminine energy and be abundant within them. And same as masculine. A woman can have a full masculine energy and be abundant. And if it is, it is. It's not wrong, you know. It's not wrong. Either one is not wrong. You can have a full masculine, because sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes you are in situation. Now, this is what I understand. Let me tell you what I understand, right? For me, being a stay-at-home dad, I had to learn to balance both energies, especially when it comes to my little kids, especially when it comes to, I remember when COVID was here, I was home alone with my daughter. She was like 1 or 2 years old. And I was the one who was nurturing her, because my wife was working. And I was the one waking her up and feeding her and, you know, and combing her hair and getting her shower, clean, and taking her out. And I was the one. After a while, in those years, she didn't even want her mom because she was used to me. And then when everybody came home from school, my other two, and, you know, my wife came home from work, I had to switch roles. And it's very hard to switch roles. It's not as easy as one may think. And so sometimes we see some women in those roles, as we call it, the masculine roles. Now, the majority of men, let's be honest, right? The majority of men don't have to switch roles. They can keep the same roles whether they are single, whether they are married, if they're working or not. They can keep the same role. Men don't really switch roles. A lot of men don't get into that feminine caretaker lane. You really don't. You really don't. The woman does. The woman get into that masculine state. And he expects her, this is where the problem comes. He expects her to snap out of it when he's ready. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. You see, because if a man never had to switch roles, he would not understand. You will not understand what I'm talking about. And I know some of you are probably looking at me like oh man, you a simp. You don't understand what I'm saying. Do you guys get what do you understand what I'm saying? If you never have to switch roles between feminine and masculine, then you don't understand why she is hard to switch roles to be in her feminine, because now she has to trust again. After disappointment, she has to switch. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. And so it's like now, it's like, woo, that's rough. And so now when we actually expect a woman to just switch roles, it takes her a while, because when she trusts, when she respects, she softens up around you. She really do. No matter what her job is. Thank you, Queen DMC. Yeah, like we have to switch, because it's not hard. It's not easy. And I know sometimes men just, you should, why I gotta come and make you? Because she's not worried about being feminine right now. She's taking care of business. That woman is working. That woman is she's providing, she's protecting, she's locking doors, she's doing this, she's driving, filling up her car with gas, she's paying her own stuff, doing her own stuff. Why does she need to switch? Switching is not on her mind. Hey, Lisa. Switching role is not on her mind. For what? She's effective being in what she's effective doing what she's doing. Why do you think she's gonna switch? Switch for what? Her environment shows chaos. Her environment shows a bunch of people taking advantage of her. Her environment shows another thing. If she don't do it, she's gonna get bankrupt. She's gonna be. And so why would she switch? And I know we say these things without thinking about it. Why should you expect her to switch up like that? She doesn't, until respect and love. That's just what it is. I don't know why is it this way, but it is. But this is what we have to understand, the masculine and feminine energy. The feminine energy comes out stronger when there's trust. But sometimes, though, here's the thing. If you learn to have that balance within yourself when you're by yourself, you can switch easier. If you learn to have that balance of feminine and masculine, even though you're working, even though you're the only one, you're the sole provider, you're the sole protector, if you learn not to look at each thing as masculine or feminine, if you just look at things and be in it while you're doing it, be present without rejecting or trying to resist what you have to do, you'll learn that you have to, let me tell you this. You're ready to switch, right? I understand exactly. I can't switch back to my feminine words. Yeah. Here's the thing. You want me to show you how to switch back real quick? To learn how to switch back? And I know I probably shouldn't be teaching you this because I'm a man. But you want me to tell you how to switch back? You want me to give you the best way to do it? I'm working on mastering that. Yeah, singleness. Let me tell you how to do it. Can I show you how to do it real quick? What I'm about to show you is the most simplest way. I like the simplest things in life. I don't go to the complicated stuff. But you all didn't answer me. You want me to show you all that? You want me to tell you all or not how to switch? How to learn to switch to be that feminine? It's a cheat code. Let me tell you how to switch. Here's the deal. When you're single and you're a woman, and you're a single parent, right? When you're a single parent, when you're a woman, when you're doing all the things, when you ain't got no backbones, when you ain't got nobody to lean on, when there's nobody around and you got to lock doors. And I said lock doors. A pastor told me this about 25 years ago. He said a man lock his doors, not his wife. And that sticks out in my mind. A man is the one who checks. A man checks. A man is the last one who goes to bed. A man checks. A man walks around and makes sure his house is secure. A man would walk around the house. A man checks everything. My son, Daddy, I lock the door. I check. Right? Because safety. Safety is my one. No, safety is my one of my first things. Safety. My house is gotta be safe. Right? My weapon by my bed and everything is right there within my reach on my side. Right? Safety is number one. And so when a woman is in that space, safety is her thing too. Safety is your thing, provision is your thing, keeping your family safe and providing stuff, everything. And so that place is everything that you have in your life is just promotes that same space. Everything will promote that same place. Your job tells you to work hard, right? Your home tells you that you got to do all these things and make sure the house is this and the house is that. And so you know how to be that masculine side. And nothing shows you, nothing reflects your feminine. You ain't got no man, you ain't got no husband. Nothing reflects your feminine. Let me tell you how to do it. Every single day. Every single day. This sounds corny, this sounds ridiculous, but every day you have to sit your ass down and go into that place and be there. Imagine feeling soft. And you have to see it because you have to know being soft is not a threat. Being soft is not a weakness, it's a break. Being soft is beautiful. You have to go into that space every day, 15, 20 minutes, and you completely relax your body. Listen, you have to go into a kind of a meditative state. You have to go into that space by yourself when you wake up in the morning because you have to bring that balance, right? Wake up in the morning and you just relax yourself. You begin to breathe. You see, the breath is masculine and feminine, inside and outside. You get to that space where your shoulders are relaxed, your neck is relaxed, everything is removed. Neck is relaxed, shoulders relaxed, chest relaxed, back relaxed, leg relaxed, everything is relaxed. And as you relax your body, now to feel beautiful is this is your cue. Begin to feel beautiful. Begin to feel beautiful. Begin to actually feel attractive. Just look at yourself. Don't judge yourself. Just be beautiful. Because this is the only time. See, nothing reflects this but you. This is your time, right? This is your time because nothing is around you nothing gonna stop you from. This is your time to go on the inside and recognize the beauty within you. You have to sit in that on a daily basis. So being soft, being vulnerable, being relaxed, being quiet, being still is not a threat. And so when you have a boyfriend or when somebody comes in or when you go out, you can be in that because the body recognizes the energy, and the body wants to go in that energy. The body's gonna crave it. Because that's the place where your body is the softest. That's the place that your body is, because you do it so often. Hey, honeybee, welcome. Thank you for coming. You're gonna do it so often that your body it's like eating chips. You do it so often that your body craves chips. You drink a beer so often that your body begins to crave a beer. And so when you put yourself in that energy so often, your body begins to crave it. And so when you're around a man, you can relax. Because you being soft don't mean that you can't be hard. Hey, can I ask you a question? If you being soft, because you intentionally being soft, doesn't mean that you can't be hard? Listen, let me ask you another question. If you are a boxer, what's going on, Mr. John Blake? How we doing? That's right, Susan. If you are a boxer, if you are a woman boxer, and everywhere you're going, you have your gloves on, you have your sneakers on, because you're a boxer. Just because you take that gloves off, and you take that sneakers off and put some heels on and a dress, does it make you any less of a boxer? Think about it. Does it make you any less of a fighter? Thank you, Raw. Thank you. Think about it. Just because you take your boxing gloves off, and you take your heels off, does it make you any less of a boxer? It doesn't. It doesn't. Everything is still there. Everything is still there. And so now what we have to do, what you have to learn to do is learn to be in a space of relaxation and calm and be in that soft place. And when you're with a man, you can be soft, you can be loving, you can be kind because your body recognizes it. But if you have to do something for yourself, it was always there anyways. It was always there. I don't know why so you don't have to be afraid to switch. You don't have to be afraid to experience the other side because everything is still there. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been forgotten. You haven't forgotten how to be that masculine side, so you can still protect yourself, provide for yourself. Nothing changes. So you have to learn to practice each side. You see, life will make you keep operating from one side. Life will make you be in that masculine side every single day. But if you depend on life to make you feminine, it will not. So now you have to take the opportunity by yourself, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, to be in that space. Because don't wait for a man to come to get there. Don't wait for life to switch. Don't wait for life to change. Because sometimes we know about life don't change. On all positive facts. Life, nothing changes sometimes. Life, listen, one thing about life, this life never stops. Sting like a bee, that's right. It's your own responsibility. And so you have to learn to go in that space and be soft and be kind and be loving to yourself, because this is your duty and responsibility, because it's not a man. And so when you're walking in public, you don't have to be afraid of being soft, because you know, though I'm soft, I can still be that vicious monster. I could be kind all day. Indeed, Marsha, facts. I could be kind all day. I'm a man. I can smile all day. I go out and I with my kids, but you come near me, I'll knock you out. But I don't have to walk around mean all day and be aggressive and abrasive and you mother ever. I don't have to do that. See, that's a man who doesn't recognize his own strength. You see, a man who don't recognize his own strength have to pretend, have to always be on the outside, always have to be hard. A man who recognizes his own strength, I ain't got to be that. I could be gentle and calm. I could walk with my whole hands with my baby girl with a smile on my face, because I ain't worried about you, because I know how to defend myself and my baby girl. So I don't have to be, and so you the same way. You can be soft, you can be relaxed, but you have to learn that you lose nothing by that. You're not weak because you are soft. Softness is a gift. Softness is a gift that if you learn how to take the gift, oh, your life would be so much better. It would be more balanced. As a matter of fact, softness is a beautiful gift that if you take softness on, the tension in your body, that tension will dissipate. It will leave you alone. And so your shoulders and your neck ain't got to be so stiff and tense. Your kneecap ain't got to be, your nipples ain't falling off. Hey, Netta, how you doing, girl? Hey, Kimberly. You have to learn, but you have to give yourself. Don't wait for the world to give you the time to sit your ass down. Don't wait for the world to give you an opportunity to be soft. Because one thing about this world, the opportunity ain't coming. You have to take the opportunity yourself every single day. Every day. So you feel 15 to 20 minutes every day in the morning time. You can relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your back, relax your mind, and just be soft. Imagine how beautiful you are. Imagine how beautiful you are. Be vulnerable. Listen, that's 20 minutes for you. You can be vulnerable. And when you start to tap into the vulnerability, you don't have to be afraid to do it when somebody's around. Listen, when you start to tap into being vulnerable by yourself, when somebody's around, you can still experience vulnerability fully with them, knowing that nothing changed. I'm still that powerful woman. I'm still that strong woman. I'm still that fighter. But right now, let me experience the other side. Does that make sense? Does that not make sense? Isn't that beautiful though? But so simple. For allowing me to accidentally. Somebody said, Lord God. Hey, Raware said, Lord God, thank you for allowing me to accidentally, on purpose, come across this live stream. He said, Father, you are speaking through this guy to my spirit. All praise divine. Man, I am. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Susan. Hey, Pink Princess, how you doing? I got to enjoy presence in the masculine power and have peace and walk. Yeah, man. Neither energy is bad. Neither energy, both are beautiful. Both has their strengths. Both has their purpose. And both should be experienced. I should experience both. I should experience the feminine energy. I should. I love it. To be honest, let me say this. I cannot be this man without my feminine energy, without accepting it fully. I can't do the job that I do without being in my feminine and mastering it. I can't be this man. I can't be this leader. When I begin to tap into that feminine energy, boy, hey Sierra, the way how my mind begin to operate, when I begin to tap into that feminine, my discernment change. When I begin to tap into that feminine, my appreciation for beauty changed. When I begin to tap into that feminine energy, my listening ears opened. I begin to hear more. I begin to listen more. I begin to become, I slow to speak. I listen. When I begin to tap into that feminine energy, my understanding was open. I begin to understand more. If I could understand more, see more invisible stuff that women see, use my intuition and discernment, begin to feel more, understand my feelings, having compassion and empathy. You know the powerful man that I become? You know how powerful of a man I become? The feminine strengthens the man. They say behind every successful man, there's a strong woman. Understand, sometimes that woman inside of you. I became more successful when I joined my feminine. As a matter of fact, I became more creative. I began to earn more. I began to do more with less. Because now I became logical when I was ready, but I became very mindful on the other side. It strengthens your creativity frequency. Because now you are just not creative. You are the doer, the creator too. It's amazing, man. Don't deny your other half. 10 years of celibacy and striving to just cleanse my mind, body, and spirit. I'm definitely striving to balance and keeping the spirit in the center. I understand that. I definitely get it. Kirk is a single woman. As a single woman, it is hard to be in my feminine. I'm always on post. It's hard to rest. It's hard to rest because you're always seeing something invisible. That's why. Remember, women see invisible things. A woman uses intuition and feelings and seeing things. You have to shut it off sometimes. Shut it off. Because you're always seeing. I have to shut mine off too. So you have to shut yours off and come to a place where you are relaxed. Remember, you have to come to a place where you are relaxed, but you have to shut yours off because yours stay on. You gotta shut it off. Stop seeing things. Stop seeing things sometimes. Just stop. For 20 minutes a day, you have to stop everything that you are usually doing and come to that space and just relax and sit down. Because the truth is, sometimes what you are seeing is not happening or it's not happening right now. And so you have to just be relaxed. So I definitely get it, but you have to be disciplined too. You see, to master this, you have to be disciplined, and that discipline is what brings the balance. You have to go into that space, go into that closet, go into the storehouse. You have to go into that space and just be empty. Don't carry nothing in there. Nothing at all. To come a long way. I've been watching you a lot. Since already 2022? Well, thank you, Net. I appreciate that. You say you have come a long way, huh? Thank you. I appreciate it. Since 2022, I wasn't talking about certain things back, now that I'm talking about then. But sometimes I was trying to hold out because, sometimes when I bring these kind of things, I get people want to fight me sometimes. So, but thank you. I appreciate it. Can you speak about grief and losing a partner who passed? Man, peace and grief. Hey, Nikki. Yeah. Can I talk about grief and losing a, if it's a fresh, if he just passed, recently, you have to understand, there's nothing wrong with grief. There's nothing wrong with grief, right? Grieving your partner. Because we're going to always grieve. We grieve our old self. We grieve our new self. We grieve ideas that didn't happen. We grieve our people that we love. We're gonna always grieve because love. Well, one thing about love has a lot of side effects. Not side effects. What do you call it? Love has a lot of things that come with it. If you're gonna love, you have to understand. Love comes with its own stuff. Love comes with losing, and you will lose certain things. You will lose people. But it's not really that you're losing it's not really that you're losing because it was never yours. But the illusion of love, it comes with things. You can't just. Today I was telling one of my friends, Gina, you still here? I was talking to Gina. And I was telling Gina, I said, Gina, you know, I know we say that we want to be happy, but um, stop wanting to be happy. Because the truth is, nobody stays happy. Nobody stays anything. It's not good to just want to stay in a certain state every single day. It will bring, it will, it will change that balance. You won't be balanced, right? It won't be balanced. And so we have to learn to embrace it all. And I know sometimes it's not what we want to hear because the feeling, but it feels a lot worse when we try to resist those feelings. See, those uncomfortable feelings, we try to fight and resist. And the more we fight and resist those feelings, is the more pain we feel, because it's not what happened that brings us the pain, it's how we perceive what we are thinking about that brings us more pain. It's not, we don't really grieve because of what happened. We grieve about how we think it happened and why we think it happened. And we usually put it, it's about me, it's about me, it's about me. I lost him, I lost her, I lost. But in all reality, they lost their life. You didn't lose their life, they lost their life. But if we start to look at things in different perspective, we have to understand that sometimes you're going to grieve what you love, but understand some things nobody told you. Nobody ever told us that nothing lasts forever. And we have to understand that sometimes grief turns into, and I'm just being honest, this is not about anybody specifically. Grief turns into selfishness because now it becomes about how you feel. It becomes about you. It becomes about just because I know you become a victim, even though you're not. Even though nobody lives forever. Even though we all have our time here. And we don't know when our time is. And sometimes we have to be blessed and happy enough to enjoy the time and because the truth is, death is not a real thing. Death is just a physical part that we see. Death is nothing can separate you from that love, right? You still love your grandmother. You still love your great grandmother. You still love them to death, and they're not here with us anymore. And so it's not what you grieving is the idea of what you think that you had. Sometimes you grieve your own expectations of what was supposed to happen. Sometimes what you are grieving is the idea that you had according to your life, and it didn't come true. And so therefore you grieve that, because one thing we must understand is that nobody is here forever. Nobody has a specific date here. And this is why when we have somebody in our lives, and this is where it becomes very emotional. When you have somebody in your life, every day, every day we have to make that day count. Because we don't know how many days we have, either one of us. And so when you understand that nothing stops, the moment that you had lasts forever. Nothing else lasts forever besides that one moment. That moment, sometimes, you see like what trauma is? Trauma. Some of us trauma lasted, it's still 40 years in and it's lasting the entire time. Well, why does love have to stop? Why does connection stop when trauma continues? You see, some of our trauma is still there and we still feel it, we still see it, we still smell it, we still experience it every single day of our life. And so did that moment stop? That moment never stopped. That moment continues in your life. That moment continues and continues because you keep it alive. Well, we have to learn to keep things alive within us too. The things that we want to keep alive. And so don't keep grief alive. What you keep is the memories and the moments alive that you want to experience, because you could only focus on one thing at a time. You can focus on them being gone, or you can focus on when they were here. It's your choice in where you want to shift your brain. I don't know if this is making sense to many people, but I'm just saying you have to shift. You have to shift and shift to. I know it's not easy. Listen, by the way, I'm not saying it's easy at all. But you have to shift from a different perspective, because whatever you look at, it gives you a feeling. Whatever you are staring at gives you a feeling. But if the feeling is painful, if the feeling is always anger and sadness, then it's up to you to look at something else. You have to switch your perspective. You have to change what you look at. And then when you look at where it change, but if you're looking at something in a certain perspective that brings you pain and pain and pain and pain and pain, and you keep looking at it the same way, it's up to you to look at it a different way. You have to find a different way. Because one thing about healing, healing is just the ability to change perspective. Hey, Goddess Eve, healing is the ability to switch perspective. You have to switch because we don't know anything. We don't know why it happened. We don't know. We don't know how it was supposed to. We don't know anything. All we have is a perspective of how we think we want it to go. And so when we learn to switch perspective, you're not right or wrong because you never knew anyways. You're just switching us into a space that relieves you of carrying this burden. But understand this. Sometimes you have to understand this. If my grandmother or the person that I'm grieving looked down or whatever they're looking from and saw me miserable after a year or 2 years, 3 years, saw me miserable and I can't move on and I can't live, well, what would that person think? Would that person feel better that I can't move on? Or will that person feel terrible, even worse? That energy, that being. Would it want you to move on or would it want you to stay? Would you want to see your kids after you passed on being miserable and can't live? Think about it that way. It would break their heart. When you passed on and leave your kids, would you want them to, I can't eat, I lose all my weight, I become homeless, no, you don't want that. Does that make sense? And so you have to understand sometimes, number one, it's not about you, it's not about us sometimes. We had the experience. You know sometimes what we gotta do? We gotta say, thank you, God, for giving me this experience. Sometimes we had the perfect love and the love stops. The person left and we, oh my God, I am so angry. Man, thank you, God, for that experience. That experience was lovely. God. Have you ever rode on a horse? Or on an elephant? Yeah, you ever rode a horse? It comes to an end. And when it comes to an end, you thank God for the experience. Thank you, God. That's why the Bible says, in all things, give thanks. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lord, thank you. This was amazing. I fell off. And my ass hurt. But Lord, that was, ooh. And you hide because it was a great experience. That's the part that lives forever. It lives forever. You tell that story 100 times to your kids. You tell it to your friends. That story live on. The energy live on for a long time. You got to thank God for the moment that you had, man. That's what I've learned. And when you have that mindset, you become more present with the ones that you love. You become more present. Appreciate the moments. Because you will lose it. You will lose it. It's a very sad topic, isn't it? See how the whole vibration switched? See how the whole vibration changed? You see how everything goes? You see how calm I sound? Yeah, it's a whole switch of vibration. The energy just died down, huh? Thank you, Selena. But yeah, man, you gotta give thanks, man. Give thanks. Sometimes we have to just give thanks. Sometimes we just gotta give thanks. Indeed, Chrissy. Sometimes we just gotta give thanks. I think sometimes we forget. You say we're emotional now. Sometimes we forget, man. Sometimes we forget. But this is what sometimes we don't understand it. We won't understand it, and I don't try to understand it either. I think I would say let God figure it out. That's His stuff. Let Him figure it out, because I don't want to do His job or her job or its job, whatever he is or she is. I don't want no part of that. So hey, that's your thing. Do your thing. I just trust. Sometimes all you have to do is trust. I trust. There was a song where I used to love this song. It said, I trust you, Lord. Boy, that song used to make me emotional. I remember when I was going through my stuff. I trust you. Well, I was going through my stuff, man, when I was into that place but when I was going to that place when I was, I had all them issues. When I was sick, man, when I was transitioning to this man, that sounds really weird from a transitioning point, but when I was becoming this version of me, I trust you, even though it looks funny and it looks rough. And it looks dark. I trust you anyways. I still trust. And what I trust is me being, no matter what happens, I trust that I'm going to be okay. I trust that this intelligence knows exactly what it's doing. Hey, cat. Yeah, I trust that this intelligence, this God, knows this life, knows exactly what it's doing. And so it's my job to trust or not trust. I have to choose one. And so when I look at my life, my family, my kids, I just trust. I just trust. And when I trust, I'm less anxious. Yeah, I have more trust. I have less anxiety. I don't panic and I don't worry because I trust. I know it all comes to me. Okay, Kat. Good to see you, Kathy. It's good to see you. Yeah, that I trust. Boy, that's the man. Yeah, man. But sometimes all you gotta do is trust, because we don't understand much. We don't know much. We don't understand. We don't see the bigger picture. We tend to see, the small one. Yeah. Indeed, we have the small focus, but we don't see the big picture. So we have to just trust. That's what we have to do. Just trust. When it comes to divorce and breakups and relationship, just trust. Don't hold on. Don't fight. Just trust. Right? It's the trust. It comes from building the bond with him. Indeed, Chrissy. You just trust. And when it comes to divorce and marriage and this and being single and being this and you want a spouse, I think the one thing that we lack is trust. Some of us want the husband, some of us want the relationship, but we don't have trust that it's gonna happen. If you don't have trust that it's gonna happen, then what's I was studying about faith just the other day. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and evidence. And all really it breaks down to faith is seeing something already done that you want to happen. Seeing it already done. Faith is the ability to see something before it happened. You know it happened. You just know that you know. You know it happened. No matter how it looks, no matter the skies are cloudy, no matter you walk into the valley of the shadow of death, no matter how bad it looks, faith says I see it already. And so since you already see it, you begin to conduct yourself like it's already done. You begin to walk like it's already done. You begin to talk like it's already done. You begin to behave like it's already done. That's what faith really is, Evidence of things not seen and hoped for. Evidence. Evidence is proof. That's what it is. It's proof. So faith is actually having proof that something already happened. It's already there. Because one thing I realized, the Bible says creation is done, but it's not done. In so much words. You have to rearrange now. Everything's already here. Whether you can see it or not. It's already here. And so when you understand that, all you have to do is align yourself to it. And how do you align yourself into something that you desire? You begin to behave like it. You begin to think like it. You begin to think from it. Not think of it, think from it. You see, many of us, when we are manifesting, we think of that thing. We think of money. Thinking of money don't bring money. You got to think from a space of having it. You got to think from the space of it. You have to experience the proof that is already there. And if money is already there, if it's already there, you won't be anxious anymore because your body will say, let me relax. Because when it comes, you're going to relax. That breath is going to be different. And so the evidence makes your body go into a space of pure relief. And when it comes to relationship, the problem is, a lot of you want relationship and you want to have trust, but you can't because your eyes are too open on people's and their drama. And so now you're letting the things distract you from the evidence. So that your evidence becomes the bad stories that you hear. Y'all don't want to talk about that? Y'all don't want to hear that? Y'all don't want to hear that, huh? You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to hear that, huh? That ain't what y'all want to talk about today, huh? Y'all didn't know where I was going with that, huh? Y'all didn't realize that. Your evidence become the bad stories that you listen to all the time. Your evidence is that negativity that you keep, and that's what happens every single time. Because if that's what you are experiencing in your mind, your body is feeling anxious, and it creates that version because that's the place that you was in when you created it. And so when you want that relationship, when you want that husband, when you want that wife, you have to go into that space. It's already done. It says, if you believe it, then it will happen. It doesn't say if you believe it and you're a Christian. It didn't say if you believe it and you're a Muslim. It didn't say if you believe it and if you believe it and, it says if you believe it. But if you believe something, understand the word belief is a very powerful word. If you believe something, you begin to act like it. You begin to behave like it. Because what you do, you go into the spirit of it. See, to believe something is to acknowledge that it is real. If something is real, the way how your words speak about it will define how it is. But now, if you think it's real, you won't go in talking about, well, I don't know. These men these days, then it's not real. It's not real. It can't be real. Because you questioning these men, but what? But these men, these women, well, I don't know, these people, these men, these women. And so you make it, so you want to plant the seed, but every day when you have doubt, you put it back up. You put it back up every single time. You put that seed up quick because you're afraid to be disappointed. Sometimes you're afraid to do what you got to do. Sometimes you don't even know that if you could maintain that quality of fruit that you want. Sometimes you're scared that you don't even know that if you can actually maintain that frequency of that person that you desire. Somebody, yeah, I want a conscious man. You really? But you're insecure, so that conscious man would trigger you even more. Oh, give me a second. But it's crazy. It's real as you want it to be. The Bible says in Mark chapter 11 and verse 24, it says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it. This is not my words, okay? I'm just telling you what the scripture said. Some of you be seeing these things and you all don't believe the scriptures either. It says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received. You see that ED? And it will be yours. It doesn't give you no stipulation. It doesn't give you no, it says, believe that you have received it. Does that make sense? Because I think some of these scriptures, we overlook these scriptures. Right? we don't remember these scriptures. This is Mark chapter 11 verse 24. Believe this one says, I tell you, you can pray for anything. If you believe that you received it, it will be yours. This is just different translations. It's an open up church. But what does the King James say? King James says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. Now, here's the deal. The way how King James put it, I want you out. Can I help you put your mind somewhere? Hey, Kiki, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Can I put your mind somewhere? If you don't mind, can I put your mind somewhere for a couple of seconds? Just to give you an idea of what I mean. What this is saying. Just a little interpretation. I hope you all don't mind, okay? King James says this. And I want this to, therefore I say unto you, whatever things soever ye desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them. I want you to know what prayer really is. Prayer is not asking for things. It says whatever things that you desire. Started anew, when you pray, you have to believe that you already have them. Now, prayer is not you coming on here asking, hey, God, Send me this. Everything is already known, right? All your desires are already known. The number of hair on your head is already known. Everything that you already want is already known. Your desires are already known. It's already sent up, right? It's already sent up. When you pray, your prayer is believing now. See, when you sit your butt down to pray, it's not time to ask for things. It's time to be in the spirit of having it. That shows faith. That shows trust. That shows reverence. That shows understanding. That shows belief. It's when you pray, you have to be in the spirit of having it. That's it. That's the part that we can't do. Prayer is not about you asking for nothing. Prayer is when you actually are in the spirit of it. Believe that you have received it. So when I come to pray, as I sit down, if I have it, my breath, whew, you see, like when you have something, you see how that breath go, whew, right? Whew, I made it, right? How you breath. So your body goes in a space, whew, and your body goes into this relaxed mode. Because now you're not anxious, you're not scared. And now you, whoo! When you say, whoo, your shoulders drop. When your shoulders drop, your breaths change. Your mind slows down. Because what you asked for is already came. So when you go into a prayer, you can't be going there anxiously, screaming and yelling and vague repetition. It's time to, whoo! Now is when you believe that has already done. You already received it in the spiritual realm. Now it's time to show respect for the spiritual realm so it can come out of that spiritual realm into the physical realm. Now I know it's not what I want to talk about, but this is, so when we pray, I waited for God, I'm waiting for God, I'm waiting for God, for my husband, I'm waiting for God. You aren't waiting because you don't have faith. You don't really believe it. Hey, Auntie B, how you doing? You don't really believe it. You're just lying. I don't know who you're lying to, because you can't lie to God. Can you? You really can't. Because one thing about your feelings and your body will give it away. Help me, he said. He has real feelings. He was messed up by it. Then he ghosted me, but he is taken. What are you asking me a question? Because I don't see the question. So that's how we should pray with Thanksgiving. Yeah, you should pray by allowing your body and your mind and your spirit to go in a space of, I already have it. Oh, Raj B, that's you. Okay, you changed your name. How you doing, girl? You changed your name, huh? And grateful in all things. You are blessed to people. Thank you, Lynn. And you're right, though. Be thankful and grateful in all things. Does he really have feelings? You asking me if a man has feelings for you? Does it make a difference? He ghosted you. What difference does it make? If I have feelings for you and I ghosted you, what difference does it make? Look at the big picture. He's gone. I mean, come on. Let's be obvious. Don't think about the small things. Think about the big things. I have feelings for you, but I ghosted you. I don't call you anymore. I don't text you anymore. Does it make a difference? It doesn't make a difference. So asking that question is you looking for a better feeling. You want to listen. Sometimes you have to allow yourself to feel pain. You have to allow yourself to feel the disappointment without trying to make yourself feel better. Because when you make yourself feel better, you might just go back into the same nonsense again. Let that pain, let that pain, take that pain. Take that smack in the face. I mean, seriously, take that smack. If I love you and like you so much and I ghosted you, that's the thing. Me liking you and loving you, have feelings for you. Feelings are very temporal. Very temporary. Feelings, very temporary. It doesn't make a difference. It goes and comes. If I'm horny, I have a feeling. If I've stopped being horny, I probably don't like you anymore. If I'm horny, I like you. I like you so much. I want to talk to you. I want to be around you. If I'm not horny, then the feeling is gone. If I orgasm, I don't like it anymore. It's feelings, man. Everybody has. Listen, check this out, right? Didn't understand why he had to express feelings. He could have just, no. Hey, Yasmina, for real. If a man expresses feelings for you, the thing about a lot of people is that you take the words without the consistency of his behavior. Words without consistency is just you, is like eating something with dirt in it. Hey, chosen diamonds, how are you doing? Somebody said if it's confusing, that's the answer. Facts. Yeah. But what are you thinking about last night? Yeah, I mean, consistency in how a person's showing up says a lot more than what their words are saying. So when you only listen to words, it means that you're not seeing anything. It means you close your eyes to their behaviors. Their behaviors is going to tell you more. And so when you look at their words, you can sometimes you can only choose one. Man will never love you better than how he treats you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed. If a man ghosts you, he does not really like you. Ghosting can harm a person. You are not his dream girl if he can harm you. A man will never harm his dream girl. I think a man with self-respect and love within himself just don't ghost people because he doesn't start something that he doesn't finish. And if he finishes it, he ends it properly. Maybe he got... You see how you want to make yourself feel better? You see, maybe he got scared of his feelings. You see, that's what I'm saying? You see how you want to make yourself feel better? That's the problem. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. You see how you want to make yourself feel better? Maybe he gets scared of his feelings. You see how women do it? You see what I'm saying? Women see women are very invisible. They see invisible things. They see things that may or may not be real. Right? When you understand that you might see things that may or may not be real. Now you're making maybe he got afraid of his feelings. What his feelings did. Did his feelings bite him? His feelings left bite marks in his skin? His feelings makes him sick? Men are not afraid of their feelings, y'all. I don't know who told us that. Who told you all that though? I'm telling you. I don't know. See, somebody told us that. Somebody told us men are afraid of their feelings. Men are not afraid of their feelings. So I think somebody lied to you guys about men. Men, we're not afraid. If I feel something about somebody, hey T, how you doing, girl? If I feel this about you, what am I afraid of? It's my feeling. If he hurt you once, it's conscious and would like it happen again. It says more about the person who ghosted you than you. Indeed, facts. Nobody they say that to make themselves, yeah. But he's taken, so I don't know. It's complicated. I'm gonna tell you another. Can I tell you a secret? This is for the average man. You see what he's taken. This is for the average man, okay? Can I tell you something though? Something that women don't understand. This is not for all men. This is for the conscious, the unconscious man, or just the man is an ego. If a man is taken, if a man is married, he uses feelings to get sex. His feelings are not what he thinks it is. His feelings are not what he says it is. His feelings are usually compartmentalized. Once a man is taken, understand, he compartmentalizes you. He only allows you to exist in a small part of his mind. Very small part. And so you are not mixed up in what he wants. Now, this is the majority of men. Oftentimes, there's a few times that a man will leave his wife or woman for you. It doesn't happen much. But oftentimes, a man compartmentalizes you and you become a little part of his life. And so he uses his feelings, hey Chardonnay, because that's how we have access to you. He talks about his feelings because he has nothing else, because he's already taken. And that's how he has access to you. When he tells you about his feelings, you open up your portal because you like to hear those. You like to hear those things. It makes you feel important. It makes you feel good. Okay? Hey D, it makes you feel, you know what I'm saying? It makes you feel like you are important to him. But remember, a man naturally only, most of the times, when he's taken, he compartmentalizes you. You only have this little part in his world. This little part. This little piece. So please don't make that think. Don't make you... the second thing is this. The second thing is this. One of the biggest reasons why a man will ghost a woman, You wanna know why? Let me tell you why. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all want honesty? I'm gonna be honest. One of the biggest reason a man ghosts woman, one of the biggest reason a man will ghost a woman, you all know what it is? Hey Matilda, how you doing? Is when he's taken. A man will quickly ghost you because the only reason why he came at you was to release. His purpose of coming to you was to get something, but then he ghosts you. One of the biggest reason a man will ghost a woman is because he's already taken. He's already has somebody. Because why not play with you a little bit longer? Why not mess with you some, why not mess with you some more? Right? Why not play with you a little bit longer? Why not, get more from you? But he can't because he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to bring that chance in that he get caught up in some mess. And so he come in and he get out. One of the biggest reasons men ghost you is usually because they have someone else. And they might be looking at your stories. And you, what is some, because I keep getting this question. What if a man ghosts you and he leaves you, but he looks at your stories all the time? Because he already got what he wanted. And he doesn't hate you. He still probably thinks that you're cute. And so he looks at your stories. But if he wanted to talk to you, he will. If he wanted to reach out, you ain't blocked him. Because you're waiting for him still. And so oftentimes a man will ghost you because he already has somebody. He already has something serious. But he was horny. Yeah. Yeah. People ask that for real. And so you have to understand, it's just that when you offer a man something, especially when you just meet him, when you it's fresh, you're talking for a week and you're ready to talk about sex and bring up sex. Oh yeah. A man will do what he got to do for that sex, and then he will. But the longer you invest, the longer a man invests, oftentimes the longer he stays. But you all don't give men chance to invest. I don't think you all give people chance to invest. You ready to open them legs, boy. Them legs be ready. Them legs be... Boy, that little vagina be ready, boy. It be soaking wet for you all. You ready to take that thing in? And again, you are grown. But understand, a lot of times men will ghost you. But listen, you know when a person is taken. You know when a person is taken. A man can't talk to you at night. He can't talk to you in the evenings. He can't come by when he want to come by. He can't come see you. You can't come see him. You can't come drive to see him. He says to behave. I'll behave. Foolish and confused men, so glad I'm still in a relationship. Yeah. But yeah, you know. But y'all be ready. Y'all be getting that. Y'all gotta take your time with these men, man. Let a man be consistent first. Let him be consistent. Let him be consistent. Let him be consistent. And I ain't talking about he come to see you once in a while. I'm talking about let him be consistent in his actions. Let him be consistent in his communication. Let him be consistent in the way how the connection. And you can tell how a man is connected. You can tell when somebody is connected to you. When you have a connection. You can tell. When you have a connection with someone, listen, you can tell, it's a very obvious thing. You all just don't know what connections are. Because you have so many old connections that you haven't closed yet. And so it's so hard to connect to someone else, it's so hard to recognize the connection with someone else because you already have a bunch of old raggedy connections that you haven't clipped. You have a lot of old connection that you haven't clipped. And when you have this connection that you ain't clipped yet, oh, you don't know what it is, you don't know who it is, you don't know what's happening, you don't know how it's happening, you don't know what to do.
Oh my God.
Hey Matilda.
Hi.
Hi.
Kurt.
What's going on?
Thank you so much. I just dropped something on, TikTok and I came across your live. I'm glad I did. But the reason I clicked to come in, is I feel like this would be very much beneficial for all the ladies. So it really hits me to come in because I heard you when you were talking about ghosting, how a man will ghost you because he's talking to somebody else. I said, I got to come in and share this because I think it would be very much helpful, right? So I'm very slow in relationship, all right? So, but there's this guy that been wanting me for several years. Like for a long time. Like since I was like younger. Like, kid you not. That's how long he been behind me. But I had no interest in him, whatever, First, I thought he was too older than me, and then maybe the timing and everything. But anyways, fast forward, I have been in a 5-year relationship and then I got out. So it's been like 3 years now since I've been single.
Okay.
So he been behind me again. So something said, just give him a try, right? I just wanted to see. So I didn't tell him I'm giving you I just because you gotta just give people the benefit of the doubt, get to know people better because I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
I just know of him singing, but like going out, hanging out, like on that line of relationship, I don't know him. So I said, let me just get to know him, like behavior, habits, and stuff. So he came down to Connecticut to come and visit me, right? And we went out to eat, and he asked me to sleep with him in the hotel. And then I told him, no, I can't sleep with you in the hotel because I'm just getting to know you. I don't know who you are. And he said, how you going to tell me you don't know who I am when I've been knowing you since you were growing up and you came in America? I've been knowing you. I met you. I've seen you with you and your brothers. I have visited Connecticut to you and your brothers. I said, listen, I don't know you that way.
Yeah.
Like knowing as in relationship. I don't have any reasons to sleep with you at a hotel. I got to know you. I got to know where we're going with this. And I got to know that you are the person I want to be with. He said, well, but I love you. The love I have for you is natural. I said, well, thank you. So anyway, when he was leaving, he said he was going to the Bahamas, right? On vacation. And then after the vacation, he will come to Canada. So how you want me to be seeing you, right? I said, well, Bradley, you can come for a date. You can come to Bradley Airport, blah, blah, blah. He had everything down. When he left for the Bahamas, first he went to New York back. He told me he was going to call me that night. He never called me. He went to the Bahamas. He was gone for 1 week. He never talked. He never communicated. When he got done, he sent me a message on Facebook. Oh, I just arrived. I'm going to give you a call. I never respond to him. I never respond. So the time he told me he was going to call me because he just arrived, he still didn't call when he said he was going to do it. I didn't say nothing. I didn't respond. I didn't call him. He called me like about a week after. So then he called me. And we were talking, I was like, he said, but I told you I was going to Bahamas. I said, yes, you told me you were going to Bahamas, but you never told me you were never going to be talking to me, communicating with me, right? And he was like, oh, it was Daisy, it was this, it was that. Give me. I said, listen, I've been to the Bahamas before. I've been there before. They have internet, they have everything else, social media, ways to communicate and everything. I said, listen, you don't have to explain all that. If you want relationship, you have to communicate. If you can't communicate, then obviously you don't want the relationship. I personally feel because I didn't sleep with him in the hotel that night, so he realized that maybe he wasn't getting what he wanted to get, so he decided to probably go or move on with the next person. So I kind of figured it out. So later on, he called me the next day. He was like, oh, it goes 2 ways. So he started making excuses. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just telling you, if you can communicate, then, there's going to be no dating. This dating is getting to know each other. Right now, there is no commitment whatsoever. And he started bringing us stuff. So is that why you didn't want to sleep to the hotel with me? I said, give me a reason why I had to sleep to the hotel with you. So to make it short, it's like, I personally feel like he came to test me out. That's how I feel. I feel he came to test me out because he been wanting to get me for a long time.
You know what?
So long.
I don't think he came to test you out. Yes.
Really? Okay. So you come in. Let me know what's going on so it can help out the ladies because I don't know.
Yeah, my daughter just told me I'm taking too long.
Okay.
Okay, give me 2 more minutes, okay? I promise you, 2 minutes, okay? 2 more
Okay.
minutes. I'll be there. My daughter told me
Wow.
what was I saying? So he wasn't. Men, listen. We don't look at sex how you look at sex.
Okay.
And so we didn't come. He didn't come to test you. The man came because he's attracted to you. He likes you, right? He's been following you for a long time, and he likes what he likes. He wants what he wants. And so sometimes when a man being liking you and talking to you and seeing you for so long, he feels rejected. Men feel rejected too.
Hmm.
And when a man feels rejected, well, you put him in a friend zone, and so that's how he feels because it's very possible that he feels rejected. He been following you for so long, chasing you for so long, like you said, all these years. He came down to see you and visit you and hang out with you, and then you still denied him. So he's like, shit, maybe this is a friend zone thing. And so he just backed off. And so that's probably why he did it. It doesn't have to be that he doesn't like you or he with someone else. It's just that the mind of a man, we see things differently. Because why? Sex is not the same for you
But
as it for me.
Kirk, I'm actually perplexed because if we just met, we just talking, why in the world should I give my body to a man? And it puzzled me more because like how you keep explaining, I kind of tell like maybe he felt like maybe he was talking to somebody about like all the things this man said. I want you to be my wife. You're very smart. I want you to help me run my business. This I think I see you moving forward. But then when he left and did that, I was thinking, whoa, what he said and his behavior is so different. But then he started bringing, oh, why didn't I sleep at a hotel with him? I can't sleep in a hotel with a man that I'm still getting to know. I had no reason to sleep there. First of all, I wasn't talking to nobody else. As now, I don't talk to multiple men. I don't. It's one at a time. And I have to know you, the person, before I trust myself with you. Even to lay next to you in the bed. Let's just forget about sex. Just laying next to you.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
You understand?
I get-
So it don't make sense.
I get what you're saying. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is that everybody don't think like that. And so that's where you are coming from. But where he was coming
Okay.
from, he coming from a different angle. It's two different places that you are coming from. He's saying in his mind that he's been looking at you for a long time. And I'm not saying that you're wrong neither. I'm not saying that
Okay.
like you did something wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a different angle that he came from it from. It doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't want you or he doesn't want it and he doesn't, he has someone else. It just means that it can be a misunderstanding because sometimes when a man is, because for us, if some of us, when we feel rejected, we back off. Like we literally back off, because we don't want to be in that place. Because men have feelings too. We don't. If we feel rejected, we're gone. And so that's just what it is. But it's just that sometimes a man, it's just men are sexual beings in a more visual form. It's just women. Sometimes you just you want more, and it's not wrong. I mean, you want more, but sometimes there's a disconnect there too. There's a misunderstanding.
Somebody asked the question if I like him. Yes, I like him, but I didn't trust him. And I feel like I need a time after, because trust is your words. When you say something, you put it into action, and that's how people build trust, right? Kirk? For me,
Yeah.
I don't have to sleep with a man before I actually build a trust with him.
I
It's
get
the
you.
actions, consistency, and getting to know him. Not one time we come on a date and all of a sudden now, like, we're going to be in bed. Like, no, that don't make any sense.
Now,
You know,
someone
so
said,
that's it.
okay, I got you.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Wait, where you from anyways?
Who me? Originally, I'm from West Africa, Liberia.
Oh, got you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Got you. Somebody said if they want you, they stay around and wait for you to be ready. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think that's the old version of men. Now, if I want you, let's say I'm a man, a successful man, a businessman, a good-looking man. If I want you, and you going through a whole bunch of stuff and you're not ready and this and that, I'm not waiting for you, right? Because just like how a woman shouldn't wait for a man, I don't think men wait for women because that man has options. The more option a man has, that man, you have to be ready when he's ready. And again, is it right? No. Is it wrong? No. It's just from different perspective. If a man is a high desirable man,
It's been
okay, I gotta go. My daughter wants me. All right, so you all, you,
Okay, daughter.
you all have a blessed day. Thank you guys for coming. But my daughter
Bye-bye,
says
Kurt.
it's been 2 minutes. All right, all right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Let me get off of here.